Knife for this review furnished by White Mountain Knives. You can check them out at whitemountainknives.com. Be sure and enter discount code JIMBO10 to get 10% off your order. With shipping worldwide and free shipping inside the United States, check out whitemountainknives.com. Hey, what's up everybody? Thank you so much for stopping by and welcome to the inaugural episode in a new ongoing series here on the Jimbo channel. This series is going to focus on different price points for knives. There's really different knives for different people. I'm a firm believer that there's a knife out there for just about anyone in any walk of life and any line of work. So I'm going to give you groups of videos here where I'm going to give you between 4 and 5 knives that are priced at different price points. And as you can see by the title of today's video, it's going to be knives for $30 or less. And what I mean by that is knives between the $20 and $30 price point, usually right there smack dab in the middle. Again, this will be an ongoing series here, so stay tuned for future videos. All of the knives that I feature in this video series will be ones that have already been reviewed by myself. For links to the specific reviews of each of those knives, go ahead and click the link in your description box where you can get further details, the up close and personal type stuff for each individual knife. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So let's start with this guy right here at the top. We've got the Kershaw Volt 2, which is an R.J. Martin design, HCR 13 MOV blade steel. As an FYI guys, all of these knives you see before you are HCR 13 MOV, all of them made in China. This is definitely a very underrated knife in my opinion. You've got speed safe technology on this, so it deploys nice and fast. You've got a right side only tip up or down pocket clip that rides decently low in your pocket, and it just, the opening closing of this knife is very, very smooth. Nice solid lock up on the liner, not too early, not too late. It disengages very simple. Nice Zytel handle with almost looks like a manhole cover. I don't know, every time I see that, that's what I think of, but very comfortable in your hand. Very easy to use knife. Nice little finger choil up here, a little bit of jimping on the top. Just a very great knife and a very solid option at this price point. Next up, we've got one of the 2 Hinderer designs featured in this video. First, we've got the Kershaw Thermite. And man, what a knife this is for under 30 bucks, man. This is definitely the most bang for the buck as far as this group is concerned. As I had mentioned earlier, this is a Rick Hinderer design. I mean, wow. You know, what a premium knife maker designing a knife like this. Just absolutely awesome. You got a nice, very generous sized blade, nearly 4 inches long. And back spacer here, the nice lowrider ribbon pocket clip. And to top it all off, you've got a very, very refined frame lock system. Which locks this thing up nice and tight. It does feature speed safe technology, so that sucker flies right out of there, no problem at all. G10 on one side, stainless steel on the other. Just a really great larger size knife for under 30 bucks. Next up, we've got the little brother to the Kershaw Thermite. This is the Kershaw Cryo, which was the first design collaboration between Kershaw and Rick Hinderer Designs. You've got a full stainless steel body, although this knife actually does come with a G10 variant where you've got G10 on one side, stainless on the other. It does feature a frame lock, much like its bigger brother. You've got a ribbon style pocket clip, which is pretty much becoming the standard for all Kershaw designs now. A little bit slimmer, more demure design than its bigger brother, the Thermite. But actually, I think that's kind of its strong point. As you can see, this one's gotten quite a bit of use here, a little bit of wear on the nose of the blade there. But very, very elegant knife, very easy to use, great in your pocket. Not too heavy, considering this one is all stainless steel construction. But just a very, very elegant design and a very well thought out knife for under 30 bucks. Next up, we've got one of my all-time favorites from Kershaw, and this is rumored to be the final design from the one and only Ken Onion before he went off on his own and parted ways with Kershaw. We've got the Kershaw Clash. And man, you can hear that authoritative opening, man, when this sucker flies open with speed safe technology. It's just, there's nothing like it. It just locks right up with boom, you know, game over, there it is. Very elegantly designed blade, kind of upswept high hollow grind on this guy, very acute tip. Seems to hold an edge very well, you know, even though it is HCR 13 MOV, which is, you know, not the best blade steel for holding edge, but very easy to sharpen, so I guess that's the upside. You got a nice thick handle on this thing, man. I mean, it's very kind of built to the hilt, if you ask me. Generous sized back spacer. The pocket clip could use a little bit of work on this one. This was kind of before lowrider pocket clips was becoming very in vogue. It's right side only, tip up, tip down. pocket clip configuration, but all things considered, you know, it does ride decently in your pocket. It's a thicker knife, and just for the under $30 price point, this one is definitely, you know, the one that you take to a construction site or use a bit of a workhorse. So cannot recommend this one enough, the Kershaw Clash. And lastly, we've got the biggest of the three bears in the Kershaw ton series. I'll start it off with the half ton, which unfortunately has been discontinued. So guys, if you do not have a half ton, go ahead and grab one, man. I cannot recommend those guys enough. Then there was the 3/4 ton, then there is the 1 ton, which is the big bad Voodoo Daddy. The biggest in the series of the tons. This one is definitely the most unique among those three knives, simply because, well, first of all, it's the only frame lock. The other two are liner locks. And secondly, it's so thin. I mean, if you look at the size of this knife, like the length and the other dimensions, and you just compare it to the width, it's incredible how skinny this knife is for such a large knife. You got a huge, thick blade on this thing, man, with all belly, like bulldog style blade, you know, kind of bull-nosed, and just very elegant, very good cutting area surface here, high hollow grind, deploys very, very easily. Thumb studs are pretty much right in the ideal position to flip this sucker open. Again, that frame lock, can't go wrong with it. It's right side tip up, tip down. G10 on one side, stainless steel on the other. Kind of a small lanyard hole here. That's kind of unnecessary in my opinion because it's such a big knife. But just feels so comfortable in your hand with that nice big finger choil, a little bit of jimping here on the spine, and just really, really positive feeling, man. For a big beefy knife for this price point, that's really an outstanding value as far as Kershaw is concerned. Well, that about wraps up this video featuring 5 knives under $30. Please stay tuned for future videos in this series. Thank you everyone so much for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.